wallstreetwindow.com. Gold, silver, the stock market. wallstreetwindow.com. Perhaps you're invested deeply. Perhaps you're not in deep enough. Maybe you're thinking about getting started. wallstreetwindow.com. Michael Swanson, the brilliant author of The War State, understood these trends professionally for many years, and now he gives you the benefit of his knowledge. wallstreetwindow.com. Go there now. Go there now. Go there now.
We interrupt this program with a special bulletin. America is now under martial law. All constitutional rights have been suspended. Stay in your home. Do not attempt to contact loved ones, insurance agents, or attorneys. Shut up. Do not attempt to think, or depression may occur. Stay in your home. Curfew is at 7 p.m. sharp after work. Anyone caught outside the gates of their subdivision sectors after curfew will be shot. Remain calm. Do not panic. Your neighborhood watch officer will be by to collect urine samples in the morning. Anyone caught interfering with the collection of urine samples will be shot. Stay in your home. Remain calm.
The War State by Michael Swanson explains the great national transformation that took place and put the Kennedy presidency in the context of the times and reveals never-before published information about the Cuban Missile Crisis. President Kennedy would not have been assassinated if he had been president 200 years ago. His assassination took place in the context of the Cold War and the rise of the national security state. Before World War II, the United States was a continental republic. In the decade that followed, it became an imperial superpower. Generals such as Curtis LeMay not only wanted to invade Cuba, but knew that there were short-range missiles on the island armed with nuclear warheads that they could not destroy because they were on mobile launchers. Their invasion could have led to a third world war, and they wanted to go to war anyway. The War State by Michael Swanson reveals why and will show you what President Kennedy was up against. For more information, thewarstate.com.
Cut him down, cut him up, cut him down, cut it up.
News, entertainment, and more. You will learn something, children's. Ocelli.com.
The views expressed by callers, schools, or anyone else who happens to get on the air at Ocelli.com do not necessarily reflect the views of Ocelli.com or Chuck Ocelli.
Secret Society. Promises at the Ocelli.com radio network.
That's exactly it. It's truth, the point, right to the point. And this is what I like. Straight to the point. Ocelli.com.
Listen now.
Listen now. Warning, 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 warning. This is a Emergency broadcast. Code Red, Code Red, Code Red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's going to hit the eardrums. Uncle the Broadcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And this is 282 we're on. I'm going to try to hit 300 by New Year's Revolution. That's my aim.
It's a fine goal to have there, Uncle.
That's the goal I'm after.
The revolution's fast approaching because we're in the month of December now. It's just around the corner. So it's exciting.
That's Christmas.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. And
okay, people, start calling up. Here we go. First caller. Answer the phone. Hello.
It's lively. We see, people are at the Ochelli.com chat. They're in the chat at YouTube, Twitter, or YouTube and Twitch, rather. So we're live on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter.
What was that new one again?
Trovo. I'm glad you asked, Uncle. It's called Trovo.
I can't get that one on my phone.
We're live streaming video on all those platforms.
It's funny. The Revolution is going to be on a Saturday this year.
Yeah. Well, that's good in a way because they can unload themselves, pass out on Saturday night, and then Sunday won't have to go to work.
Yeah. That is perfect. Yeah.
But you don't throw up because every time we have this, it's getting to a point that you can't handle.
That's a big ask, Uncle. I don't know.
Well, it's true. Not the same. I'm just telling what's true.
Did Aaron throw up last year after the Revolution?
He did have something that was sick.
I had something?
Got sick. Yeah.
Did I get sick?
Yeah.
I can't recall if I got sick. I am a victim of the next day. I'll tend to get a hangover pretty easy.
Hangovers too. Oh no, hangovers. I expect to get hangovers,
especially these days. Yeah, it's hard to avoid a hangover.
You
for
get
me
it.
anymore.
I get those. You.
Yeah.
Oh, by the facts, don't we have a revolution of these guys having a test beer?
Oh, you know what? I'm talking to Bumline Bob. We need to be on. We're going to do a show with him soon. We're trying to figure out what to drink, and we're having
It's
a hard
that
time
one
of
that
it.
we haven't tested yet.
Yes, I think I do. I suggested one, so maybe
that
we'll do
one that I didn't test. You test. I didn't test.
You know what? Maybe I'll talk to Bob, and maybe I can bring him. Maybe he could be a guest. We're actually going to take off next week. I didn't mention this. I don't think we can do a show next week. So
What's happening next
so
week?
People know. We got things going on that I'm not going to be able to do it.
Oh,
but
on a Sunday?
Yeah, on a Sunday. Yeah. So I do just so
I
people
don't
are
even know
warned,
this.
so they know.
Yeah. Well,
next week we won't be here. Sorry. I wish that we would be, but no. But we're here now.
Yeah, so that means on the 11th you won't be broadcasting, but wait a minute. Now here's the thing. The 11th you don't broadcast, you broadcast on the 18th. And then the next Sunday is Christmas.
Oh boy, that's crazy. And then the one after that is the Revolution.
The Revolution.
The day after the Revolution.
so you okay? I see where you're getting, Chuck.
Yeah.
Okay, well, take a break when he wants to take a break right now. Because these next two are going to be long. Not this one, or not the next one. Mm-hmm. The longest one is the Revolution. And that's going to take, Chuck, but almost 4 hours.
So that means that if you don't do Christmas,
right,
and you don't do the first, right? Then that means you've only got one more show before the Revolution, because that's just the 18th. That's the only show you're going to do, and then it's the Revolution.
Oh, boy.
Right. So that means if you want off, take off next week. If you need to, take off. But
I think I have to.
It has to continue from there on out.
Oh, yeah, we will. There's it's just a fluke that we had to be off next week. But, yeah, I guess that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah.
We're going to be gone next week, and then just one more till the Revolution. That's crazy.
I got another big problem. I haven't gone shopping yet.
Christmas.
But nobody wants to know what they want. I got one idea somebody Christmas. can want, but I don't know who whatever else wants.
It's tough. Uncle, let's let people know that they can call in. It's a live show, 319-527-5016, or Skype Charles.Ocelli. Send them a message. We're live on the Ocelli Radio Network, as we are every Sunday night, except for next Sunday. We're live on.
I don't know what it is
on the network.
It looks like you'll be off on Christmas, but what I will do on the radio network is broadcast some special Christmas stuff on that Sunday. I don't know if Chris Graves is going to try and do a show on Christmas Day, but if he doesn't, it doesn't matter. There will be the unusual stuff that I play on Christmas for the networks. I play comedy bits and funny songs and stuff like that. Try and keep people company. And who knows, maybe I'll drop in and do a broadcast myself on Christmas. We'll see.
Okay.
But, yeah, so that way, you have something different to listen to Christmas Day.
We had it. If I'm right, we had one last Christmas, didn't we?
We did a show on Christmas.
I think we did one. Well, that was.
I can't recall. Honestly, I don't remember doing a show on Christmas. Honestly,
I think you guys did a Christmas Eve, maybe.
Oh, it might have been a Christmas Eve. No, that was it.
Yeah, we did do that. We did do that. I remember that. Not Christmas Day, but Christmas
that was
Eve.
it. That was it. Christmas Eve.
Okay. They tell me that the Twitch feed is down, but from my dashboard thing says it's streaming. I don't know. It says we have 2 viewers there, so I don't know what's going on with that. But if you want to just go over to YouTube or go over to Twitter or go to whatever the hell Trovo is, we're on that too. Check that out.
I still don't know what Trovo is.
It doesn't really matter. We're on it, Uncle. Who cares what it is? Let it roll. We're doing this live stream thing. The live stream video.
Live stream stuff. My big one is Revolution. That is my big show.
It's a big show.
And you can't skip it.
We won't. We won't skip that.
That's the one I never want to skip.
We won't. We'll be there, and of course, we encourage all of you to call in that night. We want to hear what you're doing for your New Year's Eve. We want to know what your revolution is. We got some cool people in the chat. I'm seeing Adam Clark at YouTube. I'm also seeing Darren Bowles, so I knew Darren. Twitch is down, audio only, no video. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, thanks for letting us know, everybody in the chat. Yeah, people are migrating over to the YouTube, so I'm glad you're doing that too.
What's going on with your problem here?
I couldn't tell you why it's happening. It might be even that after the fact the video's there, but it's not live. I don't know.
Sometimes, I got to tell you, sometimes with these video streaming things, Uncle, you don't know what's happening until afterwards. It's a weird thing. Like I've been struggling with StreamYard over on Rockfin. Tried to go live several times over there, and everything looks like it's okay. And then people go there, and they go, "Yeah, you're not live."
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's kind of a minor miracle that I pull off keeping the audio stream rolling all the time over here, because stuff happens and you don't even see it happening anymore. You used to have more control, honestly. But nowadays, I don't know. Stuff goes sideways and you don't even know it until after. And then he may or may not have a video on Twitch afterwards, because it might be recording it all but not running it all live. Which,
yes. I get the feeling that's what's happening. Hey, check out Trovo. Trovo.live, I think. So there's a link to it on UncleThePodcast.com.
How do you get these links on my apps?
It's on our website.
Figure it out. I can't figure it out on my phone. Never mind that.
Yeah. The UncleThePodcast.com is mobile friendly. It pops up. It's not too atrocious on a mobile. You can navigate it fairly easily. So go to UncleThePodcast.com, and on the side there's links to all the live streaming sites. And again, maybe you're into Twitter. You can watch the video live on Twitter too if you have a Twitter account. So that works. I find a few people watch that after the fact there. And all in all, we've talked about this all the time. Like, it's impossible to know how many listeners, how many viewers we have, because there's so many different places people can pick up the show and so many different things going on. You can't keep track of it. It's impossible. So it's cool. I just enjoy being able to do all this. It's kind of fun, and I kind of like not knowing really what's going on the other end, to be honest. I don't know if you like it, Uncle, but I kind of do.
I like surprises too, but on a phone call that say like somebody calling and I don't know who it is, I like a surprise, and that way I like to catch the surprise talker that talks on it.
You never know who it's going to be.
Right. That hits me on New Year's Revolutions, though.
Yes.
That's when I get those.
Yes, it's good for that. And again, everybody call in on New Year's. We want to know what you're doing for your New Year's Eve celebration. We want to know what your revolution is for the new year.
Aaron, everybody sends me their complaints, right?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay, just so you know, I got a complaining listener telling me, hey, there is no thing to click directly on the live stream at unclethepodcast.com. I said, okay. I went over there, and I got to concur with him. I do see that you have where you can get all the podcasts afterwards, and you have the shows up on the site, but I don't see the thing either.
Here, I'm going to the website myself now so I can more clearly describe what it is I mean, because I only
start doing that.
Let me see it. So I'm at unclethepodcast.com right now. And in the browser, which is Safari, I'm using Safari on my personal computer here, my Mac. But it's the same even on, it should be the same on a mobile. It might be different on a mobile in that you get the main content and then you got to scroll all the way down to the bottom, which would be what's on the sidebar for me. It's on the sidebar for me, but you might have to go down to the bottom of the page on a mobile device. And there's a section that says, follow Uncle on social media. And I realized that is kind of encrypted in the way we like to encrypt all of our nonsense on Uncle the Podcast, and as such it's difficult to find. So, but it is on there. You'll see a little logo for Twitter, you'll see a logo for Instagram, one for YouTube, one for Twitch, one for Telegram, and then there's one that looks like chain links. That one is Trovo, because whatever I use for this little widget doesn't have they don't have the graphic for Trovo yet, because I guess it's too new.
So what the problem is then, Aaron, is that somebody who wants to go and find the live show doesn't necessarily realize follow you on social media or follow you on social media, either way, doesn't realize that that's for the live stream too, you see? This is why they're complaining. Okay, I now get it. But that's what the problem is. See?
Yeah, Jack, you can kick it back to him and say that.
I'm looking at it on Mozilla, because half of our listeners, according to the stream data, are using Mozilla one way or another, whether it's mobile or on a desktop, or more than half our listeners right now are using that to listen to the show. So the thing is, I'm looking at it on there, and quite honestly, I wouldn't know that that's where I go to catch live stuff.
Wow.
Okay?
Sure.
Well,
about
these burners, I'm seeing the difference. You're putting it on a thing. To get this clear for people. And then other people, they get it on, but they don't get on the one you're doing. Chuck gets it on a different one. See, I think what's going on here, which you're putting these things on, is they're getting a different thing, but you're putting it on so-and-so, and they got it on a different one. I think that's where the confusion is.
I've had complaints about the website before, and it could probably be designed a little better, I got to be honest.
Yeah.
There's another tab that says listen to the live shows. It's got an Ocelli graphic, which if you click to it, takes it to the Ocelli.com live part of the site where you can listen to the live stream. Then there's also a Twitch channel link, a YouTube channel link. I don't have any of the others, so I haven't updated that little thing. So those are just little text links for the most part. And then above that widget is the one to the social media one, and I don't know.
Okay, now I think what you need to do there is make that more obvious, because look, I'm the blind guy, I can miss stuff, but
I know
the other guy who's looking at it going, I don't see it, I know why he didn't see it, because it's not obvious. So I think what you got to do is put these things out there with their graphic or something.
Out there. That's what I was
make it an easy click. You know what I mean? Now I get it. If I wanted to go watch on Twitch, I can go there. But see, that didn't jump out at me. I saw the Ocelli graphic, which is just the Ocelli name there. It looks like somebody cut it out almost. I love that style, by the way. Yeah. Where it's just like, somebody snipped it out of a magazine with a pair of scissors, like the old rant.
I can see that.
Yep. I like doing web graphics that way too. Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact is, these text graphics. See, that's the thing. Not everybody reads the text graphic, the text link, as something to click on. So there you go.
Yeah, that little graphic area with the social media, I think what I can do is change the title of that, and it'll make more sense.
There you go.
To social media and live stream video links or something like that.
Put that down.
That's what I
got
got to do.
No, people can understand what they're reading.
I sympathize. I spent 6 hours this weekend because I got a notice saying that your appearance on mobile devices is terrible or whatever these things, and I went on it and looked at it and I said, yeah, okay, I get it. And I spent 6 hours reorienting the thing just for people's phones, really, and because it was a mess. You had to scroll all the way down to get the relevant stuff, and your different things are coming up at the top that I don't want at the top. But that's the way it was coming out because I'm looking at it usually on a desktop. So I didn't know it, You gotta, and this is the thing. And by the way, no matter what you do with the website, there's always going to be somebody to bitch about it. I mean, it's just going to happen.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But I mean, I know that with web design, I could always do better. It's not really my strong point, to be honest with you. But at the same time, I want to make it navigable and make it make sense so that we could do better. Let's say that much.
Now on to note to the listeners: if you go to the sidebar, if you go to UncleThePodcast.com and you go to the sidebar, you can navigate your way to the live video links from there. It's just that right now it's under follow Uncle on social media right at this moment. And you click on the little recognizable YouTube link, the Twitter link, Instagram and Twitch and all that. And that what is the name of that? Trovo?
Yeah. Here, let me give the depraved maniac style link to Trovo because some weirdos like this. It is type this URL into your browser: https trovo.live/s/unclepodcast. That's https://trovo.live/s/Uncle Podcast, and you'll go to that, whatever that is.
There it is. Okay, now we know.
That made perfect sense while making no sense at the same time, which is why it's great. I mean, you followed all that, didn't you, Uncle?
Yeah, I understood it. Phone call.
We're going to call.
There's our first phone call of the night.
Okay.
All right, I bet you I know who this is.
Caller, you're on the
air.
Caller,
Jimmy James.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I knew it was him. I knew it was him.
Hey, we
That's exactly I thought I was who.
He saw you coming, Jimmy.
We saw you coming. So what's up with you?
Did you see the Lions' magnificent game?
Did you watch that, Uncle? I missed it.
Yeah, 40 points. But Minnesota won.
Wait, Minnesota played a different team.
No.
I know, but
no.
Minnesota played the Jets.
Lions won, I think.
Yeah, I know that. You guys blew it up. They're like a college game.
A note from Crazy Accidents, by the way, says that if you go to the Twitch link via Twitter, you will get the video. Just so you know.
Oh,
now get that out there.
Twitter
to the
is the key, huh? Interesting.
Apparently, just reporting.
You guys just gotta all switch to Rumble. Well, it works perfectly. It won't censor you.
But I could tell you one thing though. They helped themselves because Minnesota has locked it up.
Oh, Minnesota is in for the playoffs? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm pointing to. They beat.
Oh well, the division titles. There's no doubt of that.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. But
yeah.
I was looking at these. I was looking at these things where one team had to lose, the other team wins, then or that way or this way. You know, at that time of year when I look at those and see if the team loses behind them, that's what I was.
Absolutely.
That's what I was thinking. Well, I said,
I don't even think the Packers are going to qualify to be a wild card.
Oh no, they're not in it. I can tell you right now, they're not even in the hunt.
I think I heard a phone ring again. Maybe let's try to. Do you want to try to see if we have another caller, Uncle?
All right, I heard a phone call. Is that a phone ring?
Let's see. So new caller, if you're there, you're on the line. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chris Graves. How you doing, everybody? And Jimmy James. I actually thought I thought I was on the air, and then all of a sudden Jimmy James started talking. I think we called around the same time. And I was like, all right.
We were just discussing how the team and the team below them had to lose and one had to win. It's just the way I seem of it looking like. But there is
next game, Uncle's the Vikings versus the Lions. So that's going to be what's going to either make or break the Lions, and same with the Vikings.
Oh, they play them?
That'll be interesting, yeah.
They play them? Oh, yeah, they do play them. They play them next? Oh, you must know.
That's what he said.
That's who they play next. The Vikings, they play next. That's going to be a important game.
That'll be worth watching, yeah.
Are they in the... I don't think they're not even in the hunt. I know Dallas isn't.
Dallas? Dallas is doing good.
In their division, yes, but not in the hunt.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
It's confusing to me
I don't know if I
with
believe
these
that.
playoff. This time of year with playoff applications, I get confused.
It's very confusing.
It's confused. Well,
it's hard to keep up.
So I don't know how people can really keep up with all this going on.
Chris, do you follow the NFL at all?
Do you check that?
Yeah, I'm going to say that I am really not a sports guy, and if anything, I love hockey, but I love to play hockey more than watch it, and I haven't played hockey in quite a long time. So, I had a friend my best friend growing up was all about football, and I know how the game is played, but I really have no stock in it and no real interest. So it's a long-winded way of saying, yeah, I'm not really a sports guy. More music, movies, all the creative stuff.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I've been getting into football more as of late, by osmosis, if nothing else. It's always on TV here, isn't it, Uncle?
Yeah. Sunday afternoon, you know who's down there.
I mean, I will say this, that the supposedly the GOAT, they call him, the greatest of all time, Mr. Tom Brady, he was rude to me in 2001 when he was brand new to the Patriots. I mean, I lived about 10 minutes away from Foxborough Stadium, where the Patriots are based out of. Yeah. And I worked at a convenience store, and Tom Brady was a rude prick to me before anyone knew who he was. So I guess that's my claim to fame when it comes to the NFL. The GOAT.
Yeah, they say the GOAT now.
Be kind to him, Chris. He was a very young man back then. He'd have been like 20, a brand new quarterback. He's a totally different dude now. I mean,
he probably is. Maybe he had. I'll give him that. Maybe it was an off day, and maybe Drew Bledsoe gave him some crap earlier that day. But he was just, I don't know. It sticks out to me. It was a little bit rude and unnecessary. I was nothing but nice to the guy before anyone knew who he was. That's my little anecdote with that.
So what? He just came in as a customer one time. Is that what the story is, Chris?
Yeah, it was a 24-hour mobile on the run in Franklin, Massachusetts, and I guess he had a condo nearby because he was like literally brand new to the team. This is before 9/11 too. This is earlier in 2001.
Oh, so
then I just remember he was just giving me crap for no reason. No reason to give anybody crap. So maybe it was just an off day, but it's a fun little anecdote, I guess.
How long did you work at the...
Yeah, maybe he is a better guy now. I don't know.
How long did you work at the Mobile on the Run, Chris?
About maybe 6 months. I think 6 to 8 months.
At a certain point, I want you to know that some of the ridiculous nonsense that was coming down from corporate to your Mobile on the Run store was coming from me directly, probably. Because
Chuck Ocelli was implementing the rules to my bathroom breaks, and Tom Brady was nobody giving me crap at 2 a.m. Awesome.
Oh, so that was you. Oh,
I was literally the guy who designed most of the changes in the rules when they put Exxon and Mobil together and they decided about rules for overnight workers. That was one of my main things.
I did for overnight too. You really were in charge of me. Wow.
I didn't realize it, but I didn't know he would get in the middle of it with Brady now.
Yeah, you never know where Tom Brady will pop up.
It's ridiculous.
He'll pop up when you're working somewhere and you least expect it, and he'll be rude to you.
Yeah, in 2001 in Nowheresville, Massachusetts, the ladies are married in the supermodel. We'll figure.
Yeah. So I mean, he was fresh out of what? Michigan University.
Michigan at that point. He come from Michigan. Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey, now they're going for a title this time.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Michigan beat Ohio State this year.
They did. Yeah.
And that is a surprise.
Ooh, they were mad in Columbus, I'm sure.
Yeah, they're pissed at Columbus.
It's a real big deal there.
Hey,
we know that.
Hey, Uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle, I got a question for you.
Good. Good.
I'm toying with the idea of doing a Christmas Day Get Mad with Chris Graves special. Christmas Day Spooktacular, where I go into all the weird, haunting, Christmas-based horror characters in mythology, like the Krampus or Black Peter or the Abominable Snowman, and go into the origins of clothes, stockings, and all that. What do you think? That's a good idea? I should tread on
Christmas
tread
time?
on some hallowed ground there.
You try the Christmas. You should try a Christmas review, sort of like.
Yeah, maybe
I call these reviews you talk.
He could work in a Christmas story with the ghost of Jacob Marley, and of course the ghost of Christmas Past is scary too.
Oh, did you hear about this one?
Ghost of Christmas Future.
Yeah. Future. That's
what's going to happen to him.
You're right. I'm sorry, Chris. Yeah.
You know what's interesting here, Chris, is that Uncle I don't think is a big horror fan.
So he was the wrong guy to ask.
Yeah, I don't think he would be into those weird dark
the Krampus and Black Peter.
I mean, Uncle, did you see the movie Krampus a few years ago? They put out about the demon that's supposed to travel along with Santa Claus who beats up the bad children.
No.
Did you ever see that?
I saw the ad of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. They showed the ad of it. Yes. And what you were talking about, I saw the ad of it. And they were showing it. It was coming out in the movie theater. But they showed it was a clip of it. That's what it was. It was a clip of it. I did see that.
Okay,
I know what he's talking about.
I know you know what he's talking about. It's just that I don't think you went to go see that movie.
Oh no, it isn't out yet.
Okay.
You might be thinking about Violent Night, Uncle.
Yeah, that one.
That's a new movie.
No, that's it reacts like the Violent Night. That acts like that. What you're explaining.
I want to see that.
Well, Violent Night's a new thing with this Santa Claus that shows up and does like Santa Claus Die Hard kind of thing. Where he's like attacking people and stuff that are doing bad stuff on Christmas, I guess.
Yeah, well, it sounded like that. Yeah,
that's a new thing. No. I'm talking about a few years ago. There was this thing about this. Yeah, see what I mean, Chris? Yeah. He's not going to be tapped into that kind of stuff.
He's not going to want me to do a retelling of Silent Night, Deadly Night, or a Silent Night, Evil Night. I got you.
Well, that's if you want to go ahead and do it. I'll put on my thing and listen.
Yeah,
well, I just figured it would be different because if I read like Christmas horror story, you don't really hear that too often. You kind of mix it up because there are quite a few horror characters that are Christmas based. And it's not me crapping on Christmas because I love Christmas just as much as Halloween. I mean, I love Halloween just a little bit more, but those are my two favorite holidays. And to mix them up, kind of like even if it's on a lower level, like something like Nightmare Before Christmas, is kind of the idea is what I'm getting at. Where you kind of mix two worlds.
Yeah.
No, I got you.
Well,
I
in
understand
Japan-
that.
Yeah.
I understand
Hey,
it.
Chris, in Japan, their Santa Claus, their version of Santa Claus, he don't visit the good kids, just the bad kids. And he's a
Well,
samurai.
that's Black Peter. Black Peter was his little assistant that would drag away the
You should
bad
listen.
kids kicking and screaming in the sack.
Yeah, you should listen to
They
that
give
one.
them back
Black
home,
Peter-
and they'd
Black
literally take
Peter
them
would've
away
been,
screaming.
Taking the screen.
Krampus was German. Black Peter would have been Russian, and then I like this ninja from Japan the best. He's the best Santa Claus.
Japan.
There was a New Year's Santa Claus.
A New Year's Santa. We got to find out about this. We got to look into this. So
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was thinking about doing.
So I can't-
Christmas, and all these
we got to
older
look into
versions
this.
of, Christmas
Let's look into this.
characters.
What they're talking about.
We
I'm
gotta
sort of
look
getting
into it. We
into
gotta look into it.
understanding what you guys are talking
So
about.
much to understand.
We got to try to understand.
Like Frosty the Abominable Snowman. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
He's like Bigfoot, but he's Frosty too. You know.
Yeah.
Uncle, in the chat, Adam Clark is asking, has Uncle seen Die Hard? The ultimate debate question, is it a Christmas movie, Die Hard?
Yes, the first one.
So the answer is yes to that.
Mm-hmm. That is a Christmas. Of course, what you see in the first episode of Die Hard, now that he mentioned it, there was a bunch of trees.
Yeah.
And what it comes down to was the wife got a job at this place, and they had a whole party, and
Christmas party.
Who comes in to butt into the party? His ex-husband.
Hans Gruber.
And
Hans, yeah.
Hans. No, that's the guy that does the damage.
Yes.
Hans Kruger. No. Now you're a little far ahead, right there. We're not into the story yet, but when he comes in, and you know how they argue back and forth. Well, that's what they did in the room, and the guy said, "Oh, I'm getting this because she's in a good appreciation." That was part of him. And then the action started with the shooting and all. No.
Indeed, yes.
That's how it happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
remember he walked on glass with his bare feet too.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
John McClane.
yeah,
Yeah.
John McClane.
Dead John
Yeah.
McClane.
Yippee-ki-yay, as they say.
Yeah, that was the first one.
That was
Now-
number one.
Yeah, something or other, right?
Yeah, something.
But then I saw the three. I saw three. Or is it two?
There's more than three of them, I think. There's a lot of
There's
Die
five.
Hards.
Well, yeah.
Five.
Oh, there's
Yeah, there you
five
go.
now?
Five, yeah. Die
There's
Hard 5.
I didn't get to see the last two.
Because there's...
I remember the airport one.
That was the second one, Die Harder.
Die Harder. There's Die Hard, Die Harder.
Was the third.
Yeah.
But
Die
that
Hardest
one,
was the third.
But that one about the Die Hard
you
in
would
the
think they had
helicopter.
Die Harders. Just Die Hard
Another day.
6.
Die Another Day.
Die even more harder today than you did yesterday was the
But-
fifth.
Die harder than your father ever did a bunch before you. And yeah, Die Hard.
One of them should have been
No,
called
it
Son of
went
Die
Die
Hard.
Hard.
One of them should have been called
Die
Son of-
Harder, and then it was Die Hard with the Mexicans for Sam Jackson.
The one
That was in New York City. And then Kevin.
I think the new one. What about the new
Die
one?
Hard. He was like
How's that guy good?
the one that
What
I
about the
The one that I get kicked out of is the one in the airport, and this guy stretches out to his exercise. It's like your exercise what you do in the morning.
The exercises I
he
do in the morning?
does that. No, I'm stuff.
Oh, good.
Exercise that before he gets it going.
Well, that's smart of him to do that.
Yeah, well, yeah,
It's good to start your day that way.
You start
I
his
helped
day.
build ramps. I helped build ramps for that one in New York City.
You.
So, yeah.
How did you get in the middle of this Die
Oh,
Hard stuff?
That was Die Hardest?
Die
The
Hardest?
third one, I guess it was, with Samuel L.
Die
Jackson.
Hard with a Vengeance. Originally, it was still Die Hard in New York. I think Chuck actually worked on it.
Oh, with
Yeah.
a Vengeance. Yeah, with a Vengeance. Yeah.
Oh, the Vengeance. Yes, that one. I saw that one.
You
With
remember that?
Vengeance. That was the one. That was the one on the boat. Yes.
No. This is the one with the taxi, and he gets in the taxi with the guy, and he keeps calling him Jesus, and he says, "My name is Zeus." Jesus.
I don't think I saw that one.
You haven't seen that, yeah. I don't remember.
I don't remember that one.
I can't remember them
back
all.
to these. But I did see the one on the boat.
It's memorable because the terrorist makes John McClane go into Harlem with the N-word printed on a sign.
Oh,
on
wait.
a sandwich board.
Yes. I do remember something like that.
And they're at the World Trade Center at the end of it, too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I was involved in the stuff with the taxi because they had to do a whole thing where the taxi goes through the park, and that was shot in more than one park, and we had to build ramps for this taxi to be able to jump certain dividers and stuff.
Yeah, I do remember that now. Now that I remember, he had to walk through with a thump on his back.
You don't see the ramps in the movie, but it's part of the reason why the cab does these jumps and stuff. Actually, it's supposed to be jumping.
There was another one. Have you guys seen the one? This black dude, and he's with him, walking around. This guy is a comedy. We are trying to figure a puzzle, and they're doing a puzzle. Trying to figure out where is the bomb.
That's it.
Oh, yes. That's the one I saw.
That's it.
That's the one I saw, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one I saw, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, we built some of the ramps. I only worked with the stunt coordinators. I didn't see the stars. But worked with the stunt coordinators because it was about setting up so that the taxi could get through the parks, which is what we were doing.
Yeah,
interesting.
I saw that one.
I remember the best line of that movie was when Samuel L. Jackson called 911 and says, "I'm about to witness a murder." When that guy was out there naked wearing those signs that said, "I hate you know what."
Yeah.
I'm about to witness a murder.
Guy walking around. What the heck? And then they kept saying to the sergeant, "What the heck does he want?"
Ruckus in the chat is saying that there was a boat scene at the end of that one.
Yeah, right.
So
that's
I
the
guess
one
the boat one is
at the end, where this was where the plus was to be blown up. That was where the bomb was.
Okay.
Yeah, the majority. Right, the majority of it was them running around New York City, though.
Right.
Okay.
And they couldn't find it where the bomb was.
Chuck, it was like the reverse.
What
Sorry,
happened
Chris,
now?
you're breaking up.
We're losing.
We're losing somebody.
It must be something with Chris's phone because this happened before.
With his
He
phone.
just sounds like he's underwater for a minute. He'll come back.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that, Chris. Yeah, but Die Hard, I guess we answered the question, is that, yes, it is a Christmas movie. We know that.
It is a Christmas movie. The first one, at least, was.
First one is.
First one was,
Maybe
yes.
not the others, but the first one, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. It's good to answer that question.
Water gun?
Now we hear you, Chris. What's up?
There you go.
Well, I was going to say, it was like the reverse of Friday the 13th Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan, where like most of the movie took place on the boat and then 5 minutes in New York City. It was like Die Hard with a Vengeance was like a reverse of that.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And I wasn't involved in the boat stuff, just the stuff with the cars.
Well, that's because you weren't involved with the bomb, because that's where the bomb was, Chuck.
Bomb on a boat.
That's where the bomb was.
Well, they put the bomb in one of the. There was a couple of bombs, so they put the it's all fake, but they put a bomb in one of the fountains.
Oh yeah, they did all them. Yeah,
and that was I was around for that. I didn't build any of that stuff, but I was around for that. And like I said, the thing with the taxi running through the when they actually cut through the parks. Which they filmed in two different parks. I think one of them was Central Park, and the other one might have been Washington Square, if I remember right. Because I know we had to go to Washington Square and scout it. But we were building stuff on the back of a flatbed, and then it was being taken away on another truck to set it up. So that's the way that was getting done while we were in progress there. And the stunt coordinators had to make sure that we met their specs and all this stuff. So, anyways. It was a whole thing because of the cars.
for them.
Yeah, but that's an unrelated story. Chris, they can barely hear you again.
Yeah.
But that's an unrelated story to old Twins thing. You got a little less than 15 minutes left, guys. I just want you to know.
15 minutes.
Good.
How did time go by? And I'm talking about a film.
Hi, doesn't it?
Gosh, darn, I'm just talking about one little film.
That's it. Yeah, that's pretty much
Guys,
all we've been
time flies
saying.
by here.
It does. It's good. Yeah.
Well, I have two calls.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's all right, Chris.
It's all right.
That's
just didn't happen.
Yeah, something about the phone. I don't know what it is.
It's something about the. Trying to find out, though, if you want to find out, how to fix the phone. Or try to get those people to break another phone and get you in can talk on it.
Yeah.
Clearly.
See if you find another phone laying around somewhere. There's got to be one on the ground laying around, I would think. Use that.
We'll work on it. We'll get them in a box.
Not home.
But,
Yes.
see, I didn't understand them.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. We're having trouble here. But I don't know. Let's again just remind people that next week we won't be here doing the show, but the week after we will be, and it's just all the way through to the revolution from there.
From there on out, it'd be on every week. From that point on.
Yeah, we will be here.
Outrage.
Get right. Yeah, I know, Jimmy.
Outrage.
You gotta have a break.
Outrage.
So that means remember everybody that on the 31st. So remember everybody that on the 31st there won't be an age of transitions, but there will be Uncle the Broadcast starting around a little bit before 11 p.m. I think it's somewhere around 11 p.m. Eastern, and then as each time zone goes by in America, we'll say Happy New Year all the way until they get there 4 hours later in the West Coast area. So that's the way that's going to go, and we'll be live for 4 hours plus.
That's the only time that Trinity Crash Ishin isn't going to be on.
Right.
Because mine's so long. It'll take 2 hours or more.
But it's like 4 Uncle shows in one.
Yeah, well, I know that. You saying it, Chuck, but
Long show.
I mean, it takes the hour. I can tell you that. It take double hour of doing this.
It does.
I know it hurts on him.
Be sure to call. Don't forget. Yeah. Tell everybody. Tell your friends. The revolution is on its way because we we definitely need your calls that night. We want to hear from you. So everybody call in on New Year's, Uncle's New Year's Revolution, New Year's Eve.
If you want to have a couple of drinks at home, if you're calling, or if you're at the bar, like I probably know one will probably be at the bar.
Somebody will be.
Mr. P, Mrs. P.
Yeah, now I'm going to try and beat everybody to the punch here and ask, are we going to get the updated butt smacking situation? Because everybody keeps asking.
Yeah, that's Mrs. P. That's it. That's Mrs. P. I got to get Mrs. P because she's the one that does that. Okay. That's who I'm asking. Yeah,
so probably
your wife's friend.
Yes,
get her talking.
The answer is probably yes.
Yeah.
Probably yes.
Wow.
We don't know. We can't control what everybody does on the revolution, but it's more likely than not going to be crazy. So expect
we've had
big Hey, Uncle.
Yeah.
Uncle, what do you think about that crazy black guy, Kane West, saying that he loves Adolf Hitler? Is he gone crazy, or is he just trying to be outrageous?
Outrageous.
That's it.
Oh, did anybody hear about that other guy that I've been trying to get on the phone or radio with him on my broadcast?
Elon Musk?
Musk.
What did he do?
Anybody hear him lately about in the newscast?
I've heard about him. Yeah.
And saying they're fired but not going to be.
At Twitter.
At Twitter?
Yeah.
I know, I figured
he's in charge of Twitter.
I'm trying to get him on for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. Chris is on the
try
job.
to get him on because I want to have a discussion with him.
We're all trying to get Elon Musk on, believe me.
Where is this electric man that talks about these electric cars? I want to find out if these electric cars are real for real. All this going on.
That is a strange request right there because Artisan Loaf. We have not had Artisan Loaf in a long time, Aaron.
I want to find out. I want to find out about him.
he's still on Twitter. I haven't reached out to him directly in a little while, but maybe I should.
Well, he would definitely have something to say about Musk and Twitter, and I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
He always does. So
yeah.
Maybe we should have Artisan North back on.
Aaron, I'm just curious. Would Al Franken be someone that you would like enjoy interviewing? And if so, like, what would you talk to him about? What would your angle be with some guy like that?
Oh yeah, quick bit of context. Quick bit of context. On Friday night's call-in show, somebody brought up, Al Franken would be a great interview, and I said, yeah, I'd love to talk to that guy. And then Jimmy James said on the show, he said, I think Aaron Franz would be a better interview for Al Franken than you. And I agreed. So I think that you would be great interviewing Al Franken, and then I'd love to hear what happens if we could bring him on the Uncle Show as well.
Yeah.
Well, let's try to. Hey, could we do a favor this time?
What's that?
Try to work on these guests.
Try to work on it.
And try to, like you're saying, Chuck, kind of bring them in.
Bring them in here.
I will get them on. I will start talking to them.
Oh yeah. No, I'm always working on that. It's just
what?
No, Uncle, you're in with Al Franken as if you're both into wrestling. I mean, Al Franken actually used to wrestle, believe it or not.
Oh, wrestling?
Definitely in school.
And there's our first wrestling appointment. There's our first wrestling appointment. Maybe we could talk to him about it.
Professional, but he's all into it.
Well, professional or not, at least he's a professional wrestler.
When did Al Franken wrestle? Like with Andy Kaufman?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, believe it or not, him and Chris Farley used to wrestle in high school.
Yeah.
And they used to wrestle around in 30 Rock, just like banging around wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay. Now I know what you're talking about. All right.
Yeah, real wrestling, like actual
wrestling.
Greco-Roman.
People flying over the rims and going crazy. Like the Friday night SmackDowns. Going flying.
Chris Farley actually defecated out of a very tall Rockefeller Center's building. Like he had a very top floor. He defecated in front of Adam Sandler out the window. Very gross.
I could tell you something. I can go on with a wrestler talker for at least a good hour and a half or to 2 hours. If we really can get
I tried for Sergeant Rock, Uncle, but he wouldn't reply to me. I remember I told you I would try to get some of these wrestlers or whatever. They don't reply.
They won't.
Not surprised.
Trying to one that has a podcast. What was his name?
Stone Cold Steve
Stone
Austin.
Cold. Trying to get in touch with him.
There you go.
You know, it might be another interesting one if you want to take a crack at it, Chris, is the Iron Sheik.
Oh, him too.
He's still alive?
He was last night.
I thought he was dead.
Last night.
He died a while ago. Oh, I'm thinking of Andre the Giant. Sorry.
Andre's dead, but no, the Iron Sheik was still alive last I looked.
The Iron Sheik.
Yeah, he used to go in Stern, and Stern would get him all riled up. That's right. I remember now.
Wait a minute.
No,
I remember,
he's getting off.
The stick was that it's supposed to be Sergeant Slaughter versus the Iron Sheik, but the crazy Sheik had like a heart attack or some crap and actually died. Is this one of the Mandela things?
No, yeah.
I don't remember that one, but yeah, Ed McMahon was going to fight the Iron Sheik, but Ed McMahon never did any clearinghouse commercials, apparently.
Huh. Oh boy, I don't remember any of this. I do believe the Iron Sheik's alive.
The Iron Sheik is still alive. He is 83 years old, folks.
Oof, goodness.
83.
Crazy.
Oh, I didn't know.
Crazy.
Wouldn't that make him the oldest wrestler to ever live?
Close to it, I would think.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds about right.
Yeah. Sounds close.
You talk about Muslim and they are deceased. Yeah. So, yeah, he made it that far. That's saying something.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
You mean Gorgeous George isn't still doing appearances somewhere at some flea market?
Might be.
Yeah.
I think, any of them that are around are mostly doing something like that, I feel like. So, Yeah.
But I'm really surprised, though, that the one that really has a broadcast wouldn't be jumping on mine yet.
It's hard.
It's surprising to me.
Guests are tough, Uncle. Guests are tough. We'll see. We'll get somebody on here. I mean,
maybe a New Year's Revolution they might show up. Who knows?
Maybe, yeah. You don't know.
Because you don't know. I don't know who's on the call. I don't know who the person is. Sometimes they will, and maybe that may be one. Because that's usually where I get a lot of my calls from, the Revolution show.
We do.
For every year.
You don't know
if
who will
there's
call.
anything of callers, that's the time I get them.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, that is the time that the calls come in.
They come in at that time. So I'm really not surprised. Don't got a few callers tonight, but come New Year's Revolution, I expect them flying, coming, because I know how that works.
They will fly.
They will fly in.
We will get flying calls.
I remember the time when Chuck was so busy on the phones, he had to say, hold on, there's another caller. Hold on, there's another caller. Hold on, there's another caller. He was busy, let me tell you.
It could get like that.
It could be like that.
A couple months ago, you had one of those days, Uncle, where there's like 20 callers one day.
Yeah.
You were swamped that day.
Yeah. That was close to that time. Yeah. It's when people want to listen to
Did you know that the Iron Sheik was actually a bodyguard for the Shah of Iran at one point?
They look like they
Yes,
had
I
the
did
same
know that. You
clothes.
mentioned that on Howard Stern.
Yeah, he actually was.
They had the same clothes.
Double.
They had the same clothes.
Hey, it makes you wonder if he was a double.
It could have been.
Because that would be...
Because they had the same... They had the same clothes.
They had the same clothes.
They did.
He's telling you.
The people there. If you looked at their clothing, they probably had the same clothing.
Well, Uncle, the show's almost over, so why don't we do shout-outs here? Why don't we have our callers do shout-outs and we'll wrap this thing up?
Start the shout-outs, starting with James. And then go
Jimmy, yeah.
Jimmy. Go ahead.
Who you got tonight, Jimmy?
Who you got? Got a jumper, yeah.
Shout out to the Detroit Lions. You're not completely embarrassing me this season.
Truthfully. Well, you got a
Fine
decent
shout out,
quarterback.
Jimmy. Thanks for calling. We'll talk to you soon, man. Take care.
Talk to you soon.
Yep.
All right, there goes Jimmy James. Now we'll go to Chris Graves.
Chris Graves, you're next.
Who you got for a shout-out tonight?
All right, guys. I just want to say, tune into Get Mad with Chris Graves, the Christmas spooktacular, where I go into all the horror elements of Christmas. And also, I want to give a shout-out to the late Dennis Hopper, who played King Koopa in 1993's masterpiece, Super Mario Brothers. Thank you.
Oh.
Yes.
How come we're not back with the games?
Good shout-out, Chris. Thanks for calling in.
I got to get some more of those games going on Saturday.
Yeah,
That's John reminding me.
Good shout-out. Yeah.
I find it remarkable that Chris is willing to call that a masterpiece. I mean, I could call it a piece, but master is a stretch. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
I did see that movie. I remember. Yeah, that's a good shout-out. Yeah, I'll give a shout-out to whoever. Speaking of Dennis Hopper, somebody posted the video of the TV version of Blue Velvet. And it's just this edit. Somebody made an edit of Dennis Hopper delivering all these lines that were curse words, and that they're the edited versions. I reposted that on Twitter. So shout out to whoever cut that. It's hilarious. That's my shout out. Sure. Uncle, who you got here?
Shout out to you all that called in the crack room. How nice to be night showering and wishing that what's his name would ever call on the telephone. That's a shout out to him.
Shout out to you. Oh yeah.
Crazy accidents.
Of course. Yes.
I'm still waiting.
Crazy.
Maybe
accidents.
a New Year's revolution he may.
Maybe,
Who knows?
Maybe one of these days.
Oh,
Yes.
and
Very exciting.
And out to you, old Chuck. You do how much work you do. So.
Yes, shout out to Chuck Ocelli and the Ocelli Radio Network. How about that?
Mine.
And then, I mean, that's the show. We're here every Sunday again. Next week we'll be gone, but don't fret. We will be right back the week after. So
the week after we'll be back through the revolution.
It's countdown to the revolution.
It's going to that point.
So get ready.
So we're taking a break next week, but after that break, all the way through.
Yeah.
So get ready.
So we'll see you. And then we're at Uncle Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. Find the links to all the other live streams at unclethepodcast.com. That's the website. The podcast is there, unclethepodcast.com. Uncle, why don't you bring us home for this week?
There's our 282 episode. Bye-bye. Boom, boom.